What's going on, my friends? Cubs fan Han here with a brand new Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And today we have Rogue Actions! Yes! And today we have that kangaroo loving guy from down under, that guy down there, Heinzie. How are you going, Heinzie? Yeah, I'm good, Cubs. How are you, brother? It's fantastic. It's great to be here.
I was
Thank you so
about to
much
do
for
my
being here.
impression of you, but I don't think I can do it, mate. I don't know. I don't have the Australian accent in me. All right, guys, we got Rogue Actors. You guys know how this works. Rate Heinz's impression of Cubs fan Han down in the comments below. One on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's get going, shall we, Heinzie?
Sounds good, brother. It's
All
great to be
right.
here as always. Hello, Cubs fam. Hey, everyone. Sorry about that. Again, shoot me later. My
No,
apologies. Bit of
don't
fun.
apologize. In my opinion, that was art. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much, sir.
Here's your meme of the week. What does this mirror do, Professor? It shows us nothing more or less than the deepest, most desperate desire of our hearts.
Mhm.
Mark 5 stun guns.
The bloody stun guns. The bloody stun guns, they're a killer. It's so true. They are, oh, wow, something that we will endlessly search for. Absolutely.
The search
Uh,
never ends. It's funny. This meme this is where I feel like if you're CG, like, come on, we got to do something about this. This meme was applicable 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it's
mhm.
applicable today. It's just like the stun gun crunch never freaking ends. All right, so we're gonna talk today in this video. We have got 5 great Zeta investments for you guys to consider for December 2020. We've been doing this video every month, and today I thought it'd be fun to do it with Heinzie to talk about these. So, Heinzie, you ready to break down our list?
Let's do it, brother. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's get it.
Zeta number 1 is Emphas Nest.
Ooh, yes.
Yes. Now, Nest has kind of been a character that's just there. You use her in plug and play teams, but I really feel like with Beskar Mando coming to the game, I've seen people calling him Bando, by the way. I'm not sure. That keeps catching me off guard. I feel like it's a typo, but I think that it's the Beskar, the Bando. Anyway,
I get it.
Fighting Instinct, great Zeta. Let's remind you guys what this Zeta adds. Add Taunt Ignore, add 2% in health steal when an enemy loses a buff or debuff, and that's stacking. That's massive with Beskar Mando. And if you do not have this Zeta, this is a Zeta to definitely add at this point. I think a lot of people do have her, but if you kind of missed that Nest craze when she first came out, very good chance that you missed putting this Zeta there.
Totally agree. The taunt ignore is just the big one. I mean, that's
Oh
just
yeah.
fantastic. Against obviously a lot of different characters and lineups. Nest is just
Hmm.
probably, apart from Malik, one of the most nastiest characters in this game to try and take down. It's very, very difficult. How many, the amount of times that we've all been caught in those healing loops Cubs over the
Yeah.
years, going in against our girl Nest is pretty nasty. But yeah, again, uh, we know that there's so many Zetas to do in this game, and
Yeah.
Nest is certainly not one that would be a mistake to make. I would highly agree with.
She, that's how we're rating this list. She wouldn't be a mistake.
Mm-mm. Absolutely, that's what it's about, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to waste the Zetas, guys. It's so much work to
Yeah.
to get them. We can't buy them. We kind of can, but some of them, but not all of them. But anyway, a whole different story. Yeah, definitely, you'd have to work hard to get those Zetas. So you've got to make sure you put them on the right characters. You know.
Absolutely. All right,
Mhm.
next on the list, this was your idea. Darth Vader, Merciless. All the
Oh,
enemies gain, or add the following. All enemies gain Merciless Target, which can't be evaded or resisted. When Darth Vader uses an ability, Merciless Target is removed from targeted opponent, and Darth Vader takes a bonus turn. If the target did not have Merciless, then Merciless expires, and Merciless target is removed from all remaining enemies. Darth Vader can ignore taunt effects when targeting enemies with the Merciless target. We're still going. While Merciless, Darth Vader is immune to fear, stun, and turn meter manipulation, and his bonus turns do not trigger other characters' effects based on bonus turns or turn meter gain. Talk to me
mhm.
about why you're so this is obviously a good Zeta, but talk to me about why you're including it now.
It's an insane Zeta. It's not a good Zeta. It's an insane Zeta. If you
Yeah.
have Vader, which we all have, this particular Zeta and this ability has just changed the game on
Yeah.
Vader being viable and useful again. I think it's pretty obvious that any Zeta that can be used to beat a galactic legend,
Hmm.
as far as Ray, I think that's a pretty cool investment, don't you, Cubs? I think
Yeah.
that's pretty obvious. I really do. But yeah, that rework for this character is by far probably the best thing that's happened to this game all year. Um, it's brought a free to play character up and usable again. We would love more of those. I think that's great.
Okay. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Thanks for including it. All right, we're gonna go to number 3, Beskar Mando, or as
Mm.
some are calling him Bando, I guess. And let's see here. So my inclination is to include his leader on this list. I think that's kind of the obvious one.
Mm.
That turn meter gain is big, but
Mm.
you persuaded me. You persuaded me. Protective intuition
I
here
did.
instead. A
I
lot of
did.
teams are utilizing Mando outside of leadership spot, and this Zeta adds quite a lot. The first time each scoundrel ally, that's each scoundrel ally, falls below 75% health, the Mandalorian Beskar armor dispels all debuffs on himself, gains 1 stack of Whistling Birds, and the cooldown of Wonder and the Force is reset. This keeps your team alive and humming because as soon as somebody gets dangerously low, you can pop that damage immunity on them.
That's right. And that exact reason. I mean, look, let's be honest. If you've got Beskar Mando already, and I'm one of the people that I'm lucky enough to have this guy
Yeah,
at a good level, um, you're going to do both. You're going to
yeah.
do both anyway. I mean, my next Zeta is going to be the leader one. The unique one gives you the flexibility to not just use it as a leader. You can use it in a few other teams just to make teams a little bit harder and tougher to beat. But at this stage, being so new to the game,
Yeah.
a lot of people won't know how to attack it. So common sense tells you that putting him in and making him nice and solid will certainly trip a lot of people up in the early, times of this game. So yeah, definitely a great Zeta, but you got to do them both anyway. The leader one's my next one.
I feel like also that Zeta has some raid potential for the new Sith or for the new Rancor raid. Being able to keep your team alive that much longer, get extra hits in. It's all about having just as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. You know you're going to die pretty quickly for most teams.
Yeah,
But if you're able to keep your team alive for a couple extra turns, that could be the difference between 200,000 damage and 700,000 damage to 1,000,000 damage or something like that. So I kind of want to test that out.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't, have you
Giant
done
Drinkle is all
any?
about survivability. It's all about
Yeah.
survivability as long
Yeah.
as possible and getting as much damage out, and that's going to help with that for sure. Definitely
Yeah.
worth a shot.
For sure. All right. Let's move on. Number 4 is Moff Gideon. And
Mm.
Moff Gideon's Zeta, let's see here. It is the Zeta, this was yours. Control the situation. So talk to me about control the situation. I'll just read the Zeta text here. It adds, tank allies taunt for 2 turns. Attacker allies gain 50% offense for 2 turns. And support allies gain 100% protection up.
Throwing that in troopers, throwing that in a Vader team, it's just going to make it nasty. It
Mm,
really is going to make it nasty. That's what you want. Obviously, you throw the tanks in there. They're going to taunt straight away if you've got a few tanks. Shore Trooper, perfect example. Again, the protection up is just, again, if you've got heavy protection characters, which you will, it's just going to make them a brick wall to
mm.
break through. So, again, a great Zeta, a great character to add to the game as well. I'm having a fair bit of fun with him. I used him in GAC a few hours ago before filming this, and
Yeah.
he's a lot of fun to play. He's a great character, and again, a very, very solid Zeta.
It's something I really like about recommending this Zeta. Sometimes I get comments on these videos that the list is just a whale's paradise, and it is a bit challenging to give the new Zetas for the month of December in this case, or just keep it fresh and have it not be the newest characters in the game, which do tend to be whale friendly. Now this is a new character, but this is a character that you can make use of at 3-4 stars, gear 11 pretty handily. I mean, just the utility that he brings to the Troopers faction, it's definitely probably going to influence, I think, the caliber of teams you're able to take out if you're bringing Gear 11 in there. But still, a lot of use will come to you with this character, especially with that turn meter manipulation that he brings along with him. So I actually really like that Zeta. I think that's a good choice, Heinze. All right, last one on the list is my girl, Cara Dune. Cara Dune, I think, finally slots into a very solid place in the meta right now with that Beskar Mando team. And here's this Zeta. If Cara Dune has potency up when she's defeated, she is revived with 50% of her max health and gains potency up for 1 turn. And so there's obviously a lot of opportunities to get that potency up. She's probably going to hang on to it. And just that added layer, that added revive, combine that with Mando's damage immunity that he's passing around, and it just makes it really difficult to take these guys out, which has a lot of defensive viability in Grand Arena. I don't think a lot of people are looking for that potency up too when they're attacking Cara Dune, because they don't see Cara Dune a lot on defense. So I think it'd be a subtle way to just trip people up in Grand Arena for a little bit.
Very much so. And again, not just in a Mando lineup, in a Mon Mothma team as well.
Sure.
I obviously use her in my Mon Mothma team. The revives help, survivability, just trying to take the clock, beat the clock. That's what it's about in some cases as well. And we know Mon Mothma's great to try and, kill the clock and drop a battle in GAC. So again, certainly a very, very solid Zeta. I see nothing wrong with that. Again, it's on my to-do list very, very soon. As soon as I finish Mando, definitely.
There you go. All right, so that is our list. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Now, we're going to move on here. I'm going to give a spoiler warning right now. We are going to talk full spoilers for Season 2 of The Mandalorian. There he goes. He's jumping up and down. I knew you're going to start jumping up and down. You always get excited when we talk about this. So get out of here if you haven't seen it yet. I hope you guys have seen it. So here we're going to go talk about Season 2 Mandalorian characters we want to see in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And I mean, I'm just going to lead off with the big boy. I mean, do you think we're going to see a new version of Luke Skywalker?
How good was that scene, man? How good was that scene? It was fantastic. Holy
I was crying,
crap,
man.
Amazing.
It was really good.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not going to spoil it. What I'm going to say is simple as this.
Well, you can spoil it. We gave the warning.
Okay. Firstly, that episode was the best thing that Star Wars has brought to us in years. I'm going to say that up front. That was amazing. I cried. I did. I hung out with the Patreons and we just kicked back.
I'm going to say
it was fantastic and I loved every second of it.
It's the best since Revenge of the Sith, at least.
Well, maybe how long ago was that, Cubs? My point exactly. It's been a long time.
2005.
Had something that you can. Oh, look, Rogue One. Same thing. That was just like.
It was better than Rogue One.
You reckon that was better than Rogue One? You love your Jedi. You're a big Luke boy, so I'm not surprised.
I'll tell you this. It is the best thing that Disney has done in Star Wars.
That's a definite.
It beats everything that Disney has done, in my opinion. It is the pinnacle achievement of Disney Star Wars.
Yep, that's what we should have got a couple of movies ago, Cubs, if you know what I'm saying. That middle little, you know where I'm coming at with that. We were hoping to get that kind of Luke when we watched The Last Jedi, and we didn't.
Although I was okay with what they did with Luke, but we won't get into it.
I know, we could go around that. We're not going to waste video.
But I'm not going to say I didn't
Cubs.
want this. Yeah.
No, but again, if I had had even just that type of attitude in that particular scene.
Yeah.
In The Last Jedi, I would have been a very, very happy boy. But I tell you what, doesn't matter.
I would have been too. I'll be honest.
I loved it. I loved every single bit about that episode. I've watched it 5 times since because we're Star Wars nutcases.
I've lost count. I just keep playing it, and I've been listening to the music a lot too. So anyway, let's hone it in here, Heinzie. We're talking which characters from Season 2 we get to see in Galaxy of Heroes. Do you think? Now I'm gonna just lead off and say I don't think we're gonna get this Luke in the game, but let's just talk about it because we're all excited about Luke. Do you think there's a chance we could get this Luke?
Got a lot of Lukes, man. What's another one? Let's be honest. Why not? Look, I think there's other characters, obviously, that are certainly ones that we'll get. Let's talk other characters there. Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan has got to happen. She had a lot of screen time.
Yes.
She played a big role, and they're clearly setting up a big conflict between her and Din Djarin in the next episodes.
Yes, yes. I think that that's certainly one. Whether
Yeah.
obviously, we get a Mandalorian tag attached to that, whether it's show or not, would be great.
Yeah.
I think that it's time to get definitely her into the game. I think you know ride that wave of success with the show makes perfect sense to bring it out as soon as possible because everyone's just familiar with it.
Well,
And
and they're gonna have to ride that wave because there's nothing until next holiday season. So they got a full year of like no Star Wars content.
true. But how much did you like the little end scene, Cubs? The post credit scene.
The Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, and that leads us into the next two characters that I really want to see coming to this game, which is Boba Fett and Fennec Shand. I
Fennec,
I,
Fennec's definite.
I
Yeah,
want to see both of them. And Fennec, I was really happy with what they did with her in this season. And the reason why is I am a big Agents of Shield fan, and the actress who plays Fennec, her name is escaping me right
you know
now.
when?
There you go.
Yep.
I love her. Like she was. I really loved her character, and just as an actress, I think she brings a certain level of grit to her characters that's really fun as a fan. And when they killed her off, supposedly in season 1, I was just like, really? That's all we're gonna get from her? And so seeing her come back and be badass, and we're really getting to see the Fennec that I think we deserved. Those of you who are fans of her, I'm really happy about that. So I'd almost rather see her. But Boba Fett, I think needs to come too for sure.
Can I rate Fennec's performance in Australian terms if I
Okay.
can?
Oh, this
Okay,
is
okay.
this gonna be sexual? This is gonna be
No,
sexual.
not really. But
No.
Fennec was a badass. There we go, straight up. That's what Australians say. That's how we'd put it. She was fantastic. Bring her to the game yesterday. Everyone's a
Yeah.
winner. But, they're definitely the characters I'd like to see. They would be fantastic, and obviously Dark Troopers.
There you go. Yeah, I was waiting for it. Yep.
Dark Troopers, bring them as well. That would be great. And I'd love a new ship. Flew in there in the hangar solo.
Don't make me mute you.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to see a little bit of Red Five. Would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So yeah, bring us some Red Five,
We did
please.
see a little bit of Red 5 in this episode. That was pretty cool.
Just a little touch. Yeah, yeah, it
Little
was
touch
great.
of Red 5.
Yeah, yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the Dark Troopers though, because Dark Troopers, if they brought them to the game, I would expect that Dark Trooper to be really good. I mean, if you look at what they were able, I mean, you think about Din Djarin, who had no problem disarming Moff Gideon,
Yes.
who, his fighting skill throughout both seasons is peak. He's able to handle a lot.
Yeah.
And a Dark Trooper cleaned his freaking clock. And
Mhm.
I mean, fortunately, he had the Beskar, spear, and was able to barely pull out. I felt like he got lucky against that Dark Trooper. And then, of course, Luke was able to handle them, a very, very seasoned Jedi. But those guys have got to be really OP if they bring them to the game.
Imagine a B1 style character with double the damage output. Like
Mm.
that's where I'm thinking. Just stacks and stacks of these guys.
But I
Just
don't see them being one-shot characters that just get...
no, no, no,
You
no. They're
slice
just
through
going to be.
battle droids. You don't slice through this dude.
Yeah, that's right. They're just going to keep
Yeah.
and they're just going to hit hard like a truck. You're just going to have to try and stop them somehow or stun them or do something. But yeah, they're just going to keep coming at you over and over again.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would just be an insane character to have, definitely with massive damage output. They've just got to just punch through every character.
There's a
That's there.
lot of content to draw in here. Any other characters that you'd want to see?
Look, they're probably the top ones, to be fair.
Yeah, those are the top ones.
I don't think there's really too much else I'd love to see, but
There's nobody else?
there's always someone else. There's always someone else. You put me on the spot. Oh, look, I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot. Who else? Who am I missing?
You're missing Snips, man.
Oh, Snips. Oh, yeah, no. Okay. I didn't know we could talk about Snips yet. Sorry. Yes.
We're talking full
okay.
spoilers, dude.
Okay,
We
you
just
wanna talk
spoiled
full-
all of the
you wanna
last
talk full
episode. We
spoilers?
can talk
You
about
wanna
the
talk
middle
full-
episode.
Okay, you want to talk full spoilers? Here we go. You ready for this, guys? If you've listened this far and you don't like spoilers, you should have left by now. Let's be honest. Okay, this is what I want. Light side, Snips, Galactic Legend. Okay, straight up. That's what I want. On the other side, I want Galactic Legend Boba Fett. Starts off with the gaffy stick Boba, transforms into full suit Boba and just smashes heads. That's what I want.
I
How's
love
that?
both of those ideas for Galactic Legends. I'm not sure that they pair together well. Boba and Ahsoka don't really have any connection that I could consider right now.
Blood and
But
dark side.
I
So I'm
love the
thinking,
idea of the gaffy stick to the armor for Galactic Legend Boba. I think Galactic Legend Boba is very much on the table. That could totally happen, and he
I
is
was
totally
so
a
well on
legend.
that. I was so well on that.
He survived a Sarlacc pit. How did he do that?
Yep. Yep. Just
Book of Boba Fett.
stick troopers. Enough said. He just killed him. It was just so good.
Enough said.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys want to see from The Mandalorian Season 2 down in the comments below. This video is not done. We are going to head over to Heinz's channel. Be sure to just jump on over there right now. Link will be down below in the description as soon as Heinz sends it to me. In the meantime, I'll put a link to his channel if it's not there yet. I'm always at his mercy. He's so slow.
It's the kangaroo generators, man. They take a bit longer to upload stuff. I'm doing the best I can.
Get over there, guys.
We're just warming up to the viewer's choice question.